Hey everyone, it's Becky. I just have some projects here that I want to share with you guys for a swap that I did with Marla, which is Ecco92503 here on YouTube. Our agreement was to do the bird cage and then like a surprise medium item. So I did the dress form as a medium item. And then I just got a few small things here, you know, of course a card, and then like a little matchbox dresser, and then there's a little box and some flowers. So I'll just kind of, I guess, start with the small stuff and then work my way through things. Let's see. Let me just move this stuff really quick. I'll do the card for, well, let me show you my little flowers first. I made this little like puppy rosette from, you know, like Josella's, which is Lavish Laces here on YouTube, her tutorial, and then I made this one from the Not So Puffy Rosette Flower tutorial, and then I kind of made this one from Josella's tutorial, the just cutting them into quarters, and then this one is from Trisha, I think is her name, and I don't remember her YouTube name, but I'll put the link below to the flower tutorial. So I just did a bottom row. This is actually the flower right here. It probably wasn't even in frame. So this one, the bottom is the same as this. So, and I'll put the link to this flower tutorial, and her name is Trisha, I believe. So she makes a flower just like this, and so these are the flowers that I'm going to send, these little handmade ones. And then the bling centers I got from Craft Supplies 1. So if you want to get some like bling buttons, they're just buttons. She has them in her store. So then I will start on my card. Let me just move my camera forward a little bit. It's a little bit hard to frame or film big stuff. So this is the card that I made, and I just used the Prima Botanical, forgot for a minute, and I just cut out, you know, little pieces, and I did some sewing, and, you know, just kind of here and there, just kind of make it look kind of shabby. And then these flowers are from Craft Supplies 1. These are one of the latex wine colored ones. And then there's like a light blue, like half-inch paper one. And then these are like a sage green. And these ones are like 1.5 inches, I believe, or 1.25 inches, but I took some leaves off. And then there's a little half-inch white one. And then I just put from like some alpha stickers for you. And then there's like a corner. That's from Butterbee Scraps. And then this is from Lavish Laces, and I just thread it through some eyelets that are on this tag that's from the paper. And I just stressed everything, and I went over it with, oh good grief, it's the Prima Chalk Edgers. It's like the moss green one. And then I've already wrote in it, but that's what I did on the inside, and it's on a corrugated card. And I'm going to hopefully remember to put my name. I always forget that. And then my second thing was this little tiny box, and this is just a little dollar store or Dollar Tree box. And it has like the little edges, decorative kind of, you know, edges on it. And I did the same thing with the same paper, the Prima Botanical. And I used some Prima Satin pearls. And then this is a spare parts lock from Hobby Lobby. And then some more pearls. And then I put some of that Spanish moss down. And put some leaves. These are from Gisella's shop, Wild Orchid Craft Flower leaves. Yeah. And then these flowers are from Craft Supplies 1. So this is like the white or cream colored latex, and then this is like the peachy kind of creamy color latex one, and you know, you can move the leaves to how open or closed you want it. And then there's another little blue one and another wine colored latex. And then these ones are the new ones that she's gotten, and this is like a blue two-tone, and then this is like a rolled rose kind of thing, and she's had these in her shop for a little while. And oh, and then there's like a little tiny two-tone green one right there. And then this is a tassel that I made from the tutorial from Butterbee Scraps, and well, kind of I kind of did my own way too. And I can post the link to that tutorial below, because she makes these little tassels out of you can buy these in her shop. And then this is just some chain I had, and then this is from Butterbee Scraps, and this is from Craft Supplies 1, this little key, and this is, little feather is from Craft Supplies 1. And then, you know, I just put it on some chain, and on one of those memo pins from Tim Holtz. And then down here is, this is some lace from Lavish Laces, and then this is like a light blue. It's not going to pick it up, but you can like thread something through it, and it's kind of dainty. It's about, I think, a ½ inch. So I put that on top, and then I just put the half back pearls from Lavish Laces on top of that. And then this is like a thing that came in with some Recollection buttons that I got. And then on the bottom I just did half back pearls for the feet. And I distressed all the edges, and I did the same thing as I did with the card, because I wanted the box and the card to match. And then on the inside is more paper, and then this lace, I think, I got it from, I think it was from Christina. I don't remember. No, I don't remember. Anyways, whoever I got it from, thank you. And then this is a Prima flower, like a burlap flower that I bought. And then on the inside, this lace I know came from Becky Long from our swap. Thank you, Becky. And I just layered it, and then did some paper on the bottom. And this is just gessoed, and then I used like a pastel blue chalk ink to go around the edges, and then sandy taupe too. So that's my little box that I made for her, and I hope she likes it. And then my next thing, hopefully I can get through it before my video time's up. So this is like a little matchbox, and I can do a tutorial because I've showed a couple of people like a sneak peek, and they've wanted tutorials. So I'm thinking about doing a tutorial on this. I got the idea, or I actually followed a tutorial that's on Pinterest for this, but I kind of had to improvise. I had almost everything, but I didn't have a few things, so I had to use, you know, stuff from my stash. So this is like just matchbox dresser, and what I did, you know, I did the whole stack in the matchbox, glue it, and then I put a piece of chipboard in between, and I put a piece of tinfoil that's embossed over that to kind of give it texture. And I should have done it here on these edges, but I didn't even think of it. The tutorial that I followed was like, it didn't give a lot of detail, so I mean, you kind of had to know what the next step was. So but it's still good tutorial, because this is like my first mixed media project that I've done, and so I think it turned out really good. So you know, after I did all that, you know, I took pieces of chipboard, and I measured it for the top, and then the bottom, the two sides, and then the back. And then I glued on the wings, and these are just wings that I did out of a mold. And then I did this gear out of the Tim Holtz, the gear die cut, yeah. And then this is a Prima, I think this is a Prima gear from the Finnabar collection. And then over here on this side, it's the same thing. Oh, and then before I did glued everything on, I took the tissue paper and Mod Podge and, you know, crinkled it up and then sealed it with the Mod Podge. And then I glued these on. And I did the same thing with the back. This is another gear from the Finnabar, the Prima. And then this is a key from, I believe Becky Long sent that to me. And then this is a Prima clock hand. And this is another Prima that comes with the gears. And then this little thing is a door knocker that Becky sent me. Thank you. And so I did all that. And then these are 3 halfback pearls just for my stash. And then here on the front, like for the black splash, I took this clock, and it's from Saw Crafters, and I glued that on, and then glued on these clock hands. I don't know if you can see them. And then for the bottom, I did the tissue paper, and then I glued on these bead caps from Craft Supplies 1 with some pearls in them for feet. And then I went over everything with black acrylic paint after I had everything on that I wanted. And then I dry brushed some silver metallic paint on, and you can use any silver. And then I went over it again with a little bit of gold here and there just to highlight. And then I took the broken china Tim Holtz distress paint, and I dry brushed that on too. So everything's dry brushed on, and it gave it this color. And I just did it all over. Even the drawers. The drawers, I'll show you if they work. I did it right this time. I took my Spectrum Noir, my black one, and I colored the drawers. And then I colored the front, and then I dry brushed the silver and the gold and the broken china on the front to make it match. And then the tinfoil, I did the antique bronze and the other, not the brushed pewter, but the other metallic Tim Holtz paint that he has, and put that on there just to kind of set it off a little bit. And I did also a little bit of gold. So I did all that, and then after everything was dry, and it doesn't take very long because you're dry brushing, I did this, put this crown on, and this is a Tim Holtz crown, and I didn't color that, I just left it. And then I did these 2 keys on a chain that hangs down a little bit. And then I did this filigree, and I think I got that from Lori Googe. She sent it to me with my mouse traps. And then this is just a button I think I got from her too. So I just put that in the middle just so it gives it a little bit different color. And the keys, that's from Craft Supplies 1, and I believe this one's from Craft Supplies 1 too. And then this is supposed to be like a little lantern. Oh, and then for the top I did this ball chain from Tim Holtz. I just glued it on before I did all the paint too, sorry. And then, so this is supposed to be like a little lantern. And what I did was there's like a little nut down there, and then 2 like washers I glued together with E6000, and I painted it the same way I painted the dresser. And then I glued this light bulb from Becky Long, she sent to me, in there. And then this little bird cages from Craft Supplies 1, and I did the same thing with that. Painted it the same way, and then I put this little crown, and I think that crown came from Marla Rizzo. And then this little bottle cap was white, and it's a spare parts one. And I took a clock face from Spare Parts, and then a little Prima hand, and I put it in there. I kind of just stressed with Vintage Photo that, the edges of the clock face, it's like metal. And so when I put I used the crackle, what is that stuff? Okay, so I got it. oh, this stuff, Crackle Accents. There we go. I couldn't remember it, and I just put that in there. And it, you know, when you put the glossy accents over like the Tim Holtz Distress ink, it kind of brings it out a little bit, distorts it. So that's what I did. So that's, oh, and then the fronts, these are the Tim Holtz little things, and I only had 4, well, actually I had 5, but I only used 4. And then these are the Prima brads. So I kind of left them out a little bit, like the little brads, but I still can't get a hold of them, so that you could still pull the drawer open. And then the inside paper on this is just some of that Industrial Chic and Firma, and I thought it went kind of well, so I used it. So that's what I did for the drawers. So if you want, anybody else wants me to do a tutorial on this, I can. It's actually fairly simple. If not, I can give you the link to the Pinterest pin. So that's my little dresser I'm going to send to her. And then I'm going to stop the video right now, and then I'll come back and show you my dress form and the bird cage. Okay, so here is the dress form. This is just, you know, one of the Michael's dress forms, and I put it on a Dollar Tree candle holder. And it's one that had the newspaper on it. It's my full figure dress form. She's just like me. I don't care. And so, yeah, there you go. You can see, like, the newspaper that she, like, I don't know, looks like a swimming suit to me. So I glued her on, and then I spray painted this white first, and then I glued her onto there, and then I went over the bottom part with the sand and the white, or no, I did gesso. So gesso and sand, and I textured the whole base, and then I just took regular gesso and I kind of whitewashed her a little bit, and then you can't really tell the upper, and I'll tell you what I did there. And then after that, before I started putting her together, I took some pastel, or no, I think it was Old Rose, or good grief, I should have got it out. It's behind my backdrop over there, and I don't want to destroy things trying to get to it. It's chalk paint, and it's like the Blossom one. It has Blossom in it. And then I took the teal one and the moss green one, I believe. No, the pastel blue one. And I just kind of went over it here and there just to kind of give it a little bit of color. And then I dressed her. And what I did was first I did this little tutu thing underneath. And what I did was I took a piece of ribbon, and I taped it to my table, and then I just tied strips of this tulle to the ribbon. And I alcohol ink dyed some pieces with watermelon alcohol ink, and so some is pink and some is white. And then I glued and tied, well, not really tied, I just kind of glued it and cut the excess of the ribbon off. So that's why she's kind of full figured. And then I took this lace, and this is from Gisella's shop, Lavish Laces, and I slip stitched the top so it would kind of gather it, and I glued that down. So she's got a poofy dress. Actually, sorry, I should have said this. Before I did that, glued it all together, or put it all on there, I did the top, you know, dressed her up here. And this lace is from, I'll show you really quick, maybe. This is from, I think it's from Annie's store, MS Garden Grove 1 on Etsy. And it's this one right here. So for the two, like, to cover her up, I guess, I cut this out, the flower part. And so I put this and this together just to kind of, you know, cover her, you know, these thingies. And then I glued the flower center just on top. like that, and then I put this little piece of bling. So then, you know, I just wrapped it around. So this piece is like one separate piece that I glued there, and then I glued another piece here, and I wrapped it around. So this kind of sits in the middle of her back, and then it comes back around. So it looks like all one piece. And then underneath, you can kind of see, I did another piece like this without the flowers on there, but I just kind of glued it up underneath. So when you lift this up, all you see is lace. So that's what I did there. I took some vintage photo and just kind of distressed her a little bit, and then I took a little bit of water on my rag and kind of wiped it out, and then I used my stamp, my script stamp, and stamped her, and then there's like a little butterfly and some more script, and then I did some texture paint, you know, just across her. And then this necklace is just some chain that I have, and then I put this little Prima zipper head on the chain, and then the only thing I did was just add this little Swarovski crystal charm that I made to that part, and I made it like a real working necklace, or I tried, and put this you know, open closer clasp thingy on there. And then here on the top, I took this, it's from Lavish Laces. It is this lace right here. I just took the big flower and cut it out, and I put it over this, and I poked a hole in there, and then I stuck this bauble from Lavish Laces down in there, just to kind of, you know, make their, like a, I don't know, you see all the different things like that, little knob on top. And then on the back, this is a little like flower thing I got from Trisha from our Valentine's swap, and I just did some pearl sprays out from underneath it just to get it to lay, you know, across the dress. So that's the upper part of my dress form. The bottom part, this is the flower that I showed you with like the little fabric, and I spray painted, or not spray paint, I sprayed it with my Lindy's, which is cotton candy pink, and then I put the little doily and the little bling from Cross Supplies One. This one, yeah, these little things, I believe, I don't remember, I might have stuck some of that fun fiber stuff underneath that, but I don't remember if it's just that frayed, you know, because you fray the edges. And then all these other flowers are Wild Orchid Craft flowers from Lavish Laces. There's a aqua colored one, and then these are like the daisies. And then there's like a pinky peach one, and I don't remember the name of this. It's a creamy colored one, and then there's like a light pink one. There's another daisy. And then this one I've had in my stash for like a really long time, and I think it's a Wild Orchid Craft too, as well as this one right here. And then there's the big open rose, like the aqua colored one right there, but it's like a pink with a little bit of a darker pink edge. And then there's another one, the cream colored, and then some little tiny flowers, some little rosebuds, and like a light pink one. And then another light pink one. So I just did like the flowers like that around the bottom. You just kind of turn it so you can see it. So this is my medium surprise. Oh, and then this lace right here, this little like Venice lace, is from Gisella's shop too. And I don't have it right here. Don't have it right here, but you pretty much can see what it looks like. I just wrapped it around just to kind of give it something else. And this does sit down a little bit better if you kind of squish it down. Oh, and then I wrapped some of this silk ribbon that Becky Long sent me to tie her package shut, so I just used that to wrap around to hide the, you know, where I glued the skirt on. So that's what I did for that. I hope she likes my little dress form. I don't know, I had mixed feelings about it because she looks, I don't know. I hope it looks good. So anyways, I think she turned out really cute. I wasn't expecting the tulle, I guess, to be this full, but I think she still looks cute. She looks like she's twirling her dress. So here is my bird cage. This bird cage is the one that I got from Michael's when they were having, you know, the big sales and stuff, trying to get rid of their summer stuff. So I didn't paint it or anything. Let me just bring it up close. I just left it the way it is because it was kind of already, like if you can see, you know, kind of distressed and stuff. So I left it that way. 95% of the flowers on here are from Gisella's shop, Lavish Laces, and they're Wild Orchid Craft ones. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start up here. This flower is one that a friend sent me, and it's a big pinky peach one. And I glued it right here, and then I glued one on the back. And then I took cheesecloth and laid it down so my flowers would stick a little bit better. And then I took this ruffled lace from Craft Supplies 1, and I did the halfback pearls down the middle of it. This halfback pearl is from Gisella's shop too. And then I took all these flowers right here are from Gisella's shop, and I just layered them in there. And then these little sprays are from Craft Supplies 1, and I just stuck those in there, here and there. This is a little porcelain, teal colored with like a white paper flower wrapped around it. That's from Craft Supplies 1. This little silk ribbon flower is from Annie's shop, MS Garden Grove 1 on Etsy. And then these little flowers right here are from Gisella's shop, and as well as this one, and then this one as well. And then over here, all flowers from Gisella's shop, and then as well as, or sorry, this is from Annie's, MS Garden Grove, and then this is acrylic spray, wheat spray, sorry, from Craft Supplies 1. And then, you know, I just stuck them all in there. And then little flowers there. And then this, you know, this lace or trim, I just kind of layered it through, you know, weaved it through the flowers. So it would kind of hang like that. And then, let's see. So pretty much, you know, all the flowers came from those two shops, and then these big ones I got from a friend. And then here on the bottom, this lace is from Craft Supplies 1. Let me turn it around. And it has ribbon down the middle. Let's see if I can get it to pick up a little bit better. It has ribbon down the middle, so I just glued it on top. That way you can still see through like the detail of the bird cage, and it shows up a lot better in person. And then there's some more of this trim with the halfback pearl. I just wrapped it around. And then let me open it. On the inside, to hide all of my messy mess from the flowers. Trying to focus here. There we go. I did more cheesecloth I put down, and then there's another one of those flowers from Trisha's flower tutorial. And then this is a doily from, I think it's a paper bag lady, and I just cut, it was a square one, and I just cut the corners off to make it round. And then this little button is a Recollections, and it comes with like the green butterfly and something else. It's got green on it, but it's got like a crochet cover. And then I put this little pink bling, and I think I got that from Christina. So thank you, Christina. And I just put that in the middle, and I glued this down. And I'm going to actually put my laces and stuff that I'm going to give to her inside this bird cage. So I didn't really do like a whole lot. I didn't put a bird in or anything, mostly because I didn't have one to match. So, and then I couldn't find one. So anyways, and then I put more cheesecloth down on the bottom. And then I did this cheesecloth flower. And this is another one of Trisha's flowers from her tutorials. And it's all made of cheesecloth, and then I put a bling center from Craft Supplies 1 in there, and just glued it down on the cheesecloth. And then on the bottom I did a little bit more cheesecloth, and it's kind of ruffled up. I'm gonna have to glue it down a little bit just to kind of try to hide the bottom of the flower. And then these little vines are from Prima, and I just had them from my stash. And I just kind of glued them down here and there before I glued the flower down. So just to kind of make it look cute. So that's my bird cage, and that's my projects that I'm sending to Marla. I hope that she really likes them. And I'll post the tutorial links below. And if I forget, please let me know if I missed one, because I say that in a video and then I'm like, wait, which ones did I say? Which ones was I supposed to post? So, or, you know, leave the links to. So, if I forget, please let me know. And if you have any questions, if you want me to do a tutorial on this little cute Matchbox dresser, my very first mixed media, then let me know. Post it in the comments. And then there's my little box and the matching card and my little flowers. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Comments are greatly appreciated. I always try to comment back. And so I guess that's it, you guys. I'm actually going to be doing another video on a DT project that I just recently got finished too. So when you see this video, I've already posted my DT project, and so when you see this, that means Marla got her stuff. So thank you, Marla, for such a fun swap, and I will also leave the link to her channel below. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.